Good evening and welcome to the evening news on Osbc TV. My name is Tajuddin Amodu. The chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Eriwa, has confirmed the arrival of the first set of stranded Nigerians in Sudan as the Aswan border in Egypt. Dabiri Eriwa, who confirmed the development in a post on Twitter, said the border was already closed when the students got there, adding that they proceeded to the airport in the morning. According to her, the first set has arrived at the Aswan border in Egypt, but the border had already been closed, saying that the Nigeria Air Force, Air Peace, and other airlines has received clearance to fly to Egypt to pick the stranded Nigerians. A release from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development on the evacuation of Nigerians caught up in the ongoing crisis in Sudan stressed that Nigerian mission in Egypt is liaising with the Egyptian authorities to facilitate the evacuation of exercise by providing emergency entry documents and holding shelters until the stranded Nigerians are airlifted back to the country. The chairman of the Nigerian Community Headers Forum in Sudan, Dr. Azim Nahala, stated that the people are hungry and there is no concrete information from either the embassy or the committee in charge of the buses. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has called for strengthening of interstate policing to stem cross-border criminal activities. Meeting, which include the Assistant Inspector General of Police for Zone 11, Osun State, Mr. Akande Sikiru, and commissioners of police from Oyo and Osun State, citing that interstate criminal attacks as a major issue which demand urgent attention. In a statement signed by the governor's spokesperson, Malam Olawale Rashid in Osogbo, Governor Adeleke commended the proactiveness of the police and other security agencies, noting that strengthening of intelligence sharing and firming up of operational relationship among the state command will stop criminals and criminalities in their attack before they launch across the border. The governor, who noted that Osun is a peaceful state with strong responsive security apparatus, said the recent interstate raids by armed robbers demand review of strategies, expressing happiness that the best approach to addressing the challenge is to have all relevant operational commanders in the same room. Responding, AIG Sikiru, who was full of praises for his governance and security strategies, assured the state governor that the police service is re-strategizing to sustain the record of peaceful existence in Osun State. In the meantime, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has assured core members newly posted to the state that his administration will continue to work towards the provision of adequate security and a friendly environment for them to serve successfully in Osun State. Governor Adeleke, who gave the assurance at the swearing-in and official opening ceremony of the 2023 Batch 2 Stream A orientation course, urged core members to be law-abiding citizens and embrace peaceful coexistence. The 1,803 core members deployed to Osun for the one-year mandatory National Youth Service Corps, in addition to the 700 dislodged from Lagos and converged on the NYC Permanent Orientation Camp in Ede, Osun State, for the swearing-in and official opening ceremony of the 2023 Batch A Stream 2 orientation course. While declaring the ceremony open, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke admonished the core members to see service as a call to higher responsibility and accountability, urging them to contribute their quota to the development of Osun and society in general. Earlier in his address of welcome, the Osun State coordinator of the scheme, Mr. Hagbo Nduma, stated that the 3-week orientation course is sacrosanct to the achievement of the objectives, vision, and mission of the NYSC as it prepares them for their roles in nation building. The need to give women and girls opportunity to excel in all fields of human endeavors once came to the fore at the maiden edition of Union Osun Women's Day celebration. Wife of the governor of Osun State, Erelu Ngozi Adeleke, joined her voice with that of others to advocate for the welfare of women in society at the Olagun Soye Oyinlola Auditorium, main campus of the Osun State University, Osogbo, where women from all walks of life converged for the maiden edition of Union Osun Women's Day celebration with the theme Embracing Equity. Speaking at the event, Erelu Ngozi Adeleke maintained that the great roles women play in society as wives, mothers, role models, home builders, and stabilizers can never be quantified. Hence, the need to accord them respect and support them to excel in their field of endeavor. She called on women to continue to let their light shine in every leadership position they find themselves. While declined the lecture on the theme Embracing Equity, the guest lecturer, a professor of sociology and gender study of Obafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife, Mrs. Olabisi Aina, urged parents to give equal opportunities to their male and female children in terms of access to quality and qualitative education and other good things of life. Earlier in his address, Vice Chancellor of Osun State University and Chief Host, Professor Clement Adeboye, noted that the university has been making progress since its establishment in 2006 and the tremendous roles played by women towards the achievement of such lofty heights in their respective positions. The event climaxed with the presentation of Award of Excellence to the wife of the former governor of Osun State, Princess Omolola Oyinlola, who was represented by Mrs. Fola Shade Alao, and the former deputy governor, Mrs. Titila Oyeponle, for their immense contributions to the growth of the institution. The Vice Chancellor also presented gifts of appreciation to the wife of Governor Erelu Ngozi Adeleke as well as other notable dignitaries who were present at the event. The Diocesan Bishop and President of Synod, Right Reverend Folusho Babatunji, has called for the urgent need for all leaders of the Anglican Communion to maintain the laid-down doctrine and liturgy of the Communion in the course of their teachings. Right Reverend Babatunji stated this at the formal opening of the third session of the 12th Synod of the Diocese of Osun Anglican Communion held at All Saints Cathedral, Balogun Agoro, Osogbo, the Osun State capital. He said it is important for all to intensify the teachings of the Anglican Communion doctrine and liturgy in today's church. In his remarks, the Osun State Governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, implored the Anglican Communion to continue to support its administration, noting that the importance of the Anglican Communion in the Osun project can never be overemphasized. The governor, who was represented by Honorable Niyi Owolade, enjoined the Diocese of Osun Anglican Communion to continue to be praying for the success of his administration, as the fear of God is what he is upholding in running the affairs of the state. The opening ceremony of the third session of the 12th Synod of Diocese of Osun Anglican Communion saw the creation of Diocese of Osun Osogbo West Archdeaconry by the President of Synod, Right Reverend Folusho Babatunji, among others. Imole Ayo, an enlightenment program put together by the Office of the Spokesperson to the Governor of Osun State, Malam Olawale Rashid, in collaboration with the management of Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, OSBC, takes the air tomorrow on OSBC Radio and Television at 6:30 in the evening. The weekly Yoruba program promoting activities of Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration on the development of Osun State will have as guest the General Manager, Small Towns Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, Mrs. Toyin Ashaolu. Mrs. Ashaolu will speak on all ongoing water projects being executed by the present administration of Governor Ademola Adeleke in villages across the state through our agency. Listeners and viewers will have the opportunity to contribute by dialing the studio line when the program is on. And now to sports. Nigeria champions Rivers United have landed in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania for the second leg of their Confederation Cup quarter-final encounter against Young Africans. The players and the officials touched down at the Julius Nyerere International Airport, Dar es Salaam this morning. The Pride of Rivers will have their first training on Tanzania soil today. Rivers United are looking to overturn the 2-0 deficit from the first leg. The encounter will take place on Sunday. Stanley Eguma's side will need to score 3 goals without conceding any to scale through, while the winner of the encounter will take on Pyramid of Egypt or South Africa's Gallant Football Club in the semi-final. And now on the foreign scene, 2 United States Army attack helicopter crashed while on a flight in Alaska. The military said it is the second of such incidents in less than a month. The helicopters crashed today near Haley, Alaska, while returning from a training flight. In a statement made available to newsmen by the U.S. Army Airborne Division, the incident is still under investigation, and more investigation about the occupants and the incident will be released when it becomes available. The accident followed a similar incident in late March in which 2 U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters crashed during a training flight in Kentucky, killing all 9 soldiers on board. And with that, we have come to the end of evening news on OSBC. Join us at 7 for the major reports. Good evening.